India gets a new naval nuclear shield. Indian Navy commissions INS Aridhaman, India's third indigenous nuke submarine. Underwater fleet gets big boost. What makes this submarine a game changer?
One word, one signal, one very clear message. Aridhaman. That was all Rajnath Singh posted, cryptic, brief and powerful. But behind that single word lies one of India's most strategic and secretive military developments. Hello and welcome to another episode of Explained, brought to you by NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. India has now quietly commissioned its third nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine, INS Aridhaman. This isn't just another addition to the Navy, but this is about deterrence, survivability and nuclear power beneath the ocean surface. INS Aridhaman has been commissioned in Visakhapatnam, the nerve center of India's Eastern Naval Command and the hub of its nuclear submarine program. The commissioning itself was low-key, almost deliberately so, because submarines like these are not just meant to be seen, they are meant to remain hidden and lethal. INS Aridhaman is the third submarine under India's highly classified SSBN program, following the INS Arihant, which was commissioned in 2016, and the INS Arihant, which was commissioned in 2024. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh didn't make a detailed announcement or hold a press briefing. He simply posted one word, Aridhaman. That one word was enough to signal something significant, because this isn't just another submarine, it's part of India's most secretive and strategic nuclear program. Designed to operate silently, remain undetected for long durations, and ensure that India always has credible response capability at sea. With this induction, India moves a step closer to maintaining a constant underwater nuclear presence, something that fundamentally strengthens its deterrence posture. So first, let's understand what an SSBN actually is. SSBN stands for Ship, Submersible, Ballistic, Nuclear. In simple terms, it's a submarine that runs on a nuclear reactor and carries nuclear ballistic missiles. This means India can strike targets thousands of kilometers away without ever being detected. And that is what makes this a true strategic deterrent. Now, unlike conventional submarines, these vessels don't need to surface frequently. They can stay underwater for months at a time, operating quietly and staying virtually undetected. That's exactly what makes them so powerful and so dangerous. With INS Aridhaman, India is strengthening a crucial part of its nuclear triad. The triad includes land-based missiles, air-delivered weapons and sea-based nuclear systems. The sea-based leg is the most important of them all. That's because it ensures what's known as a second strike capability. In simple terms, even if an enemy manages to destroy land bases or airfields, a submarine hidden deep underwater can still launch a retaliatory nuclear strike. That makes any attack on India extremely risky, because a response is always guaranteed. Now coming to INS Aridhaman itself. This is a submarine that displaces around 7,000 tons and is slightly larger than its predecessors. It also features a more streamlined design, which improves its stealth and makes it harder to detect underwater. At its core is an 83 megawatt nuclear reactor developed by the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. This reactor allows the submarine to stay submerged for much longer periods, operate more silently and travel long distances without needing to refuel. But where Aridhaman really stands out is in its firepower. It is equipped with 8 vertical launch tubes that's double the capacity of INS Arihant. It can carry either K-4 ballistic missiles, which have a range of about 3,500 kilometers, or up to 24 K-15 missiles, which have a range of about 750 kilometers. What this essentially means is more missiles, a longer reach and far greater strike flexibility for India. That's why Aridhaman is such a big deal. Compared to earlier submarines, it offers greater missile capacity, improved stealth and acoustic performance, longer endurance underwater and a more stronger second strike capability. This isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a significant leap forward in India's strategic defense capability. Here's where the bigger shift comes in. With 3 nuclear-powered submarines now in service, India is moving closer to what's called continuous at-sea deterrence. That means at least one submarine is always out on patrol, while others are either in maintenance or transit. So at any given point, India has a hidden, ready nuclear response somewhere underwater. And that changes the entire strategic equation. At the moment, India operates INS Arihant, INS Arihant and now INS Aridhaman. This fleet is only set to grow with more advanced submarines already in the pipeline. The goal is clear: to build a force that can maintain round-the-clock deterrence and ensure India's security in an increasingly uncertain global environment. And that's really the bigger message here. INS Aridhaman is not just another submarine being added to the Navy, it represents strategic independence, growing indigenous capability, and a stronger, more credible deterrence posture. Perhaps that's why Rajnath Singh chose to say so little. Just one word, Aridhaman. Because in defense strategy, sometimes saying less sends out the strongest message.
India gets a new naval nuclear shield. Indian Navy commissions INS Aridhaman, India's third indigenous nuke submarine. Underwater fleet gets big boost. What makes this submarine a game changer?